subscriber information, everything would require a full-blown warrant. That seems like a little much. I mean, they need something that they can get first so they can build the evidence they need to go to a judge for a warrant. But it's actually a very hard question where to draw those lines. What is sensitive information? Because even something like an IP address or email headers can reveal stuff about your political associations, which the Supreme Court has said is protected under certain circumstances. You can't force a controversial political organization like the NAACP to reveal who their members are to the government.
That's a pretty tall order.
But unfortunately, right, this bill died in committee,
yeah,
right? I mean, the bill and all of the technologies you talked about, if you think about it, they're really around the edges. When you think about what we can do, the unfortunate answer is kind of not much.
And
these things are happening.
There's a drone lobby. There's now a big surveillance technology lobby.
I think what we can do is what we're doing here. We need to talk about the issues. We need to make people aware of them, and we need to agitate. I mean, this is going to require real social and political change. We're not up for it now. The hope is that we will be eventually.
I quite agree with you.
Note that the Paul bill was one of several that got shot down as the FISA Amendments Act, which empowers the NSA, was reauthorized. A lot of this stuff was a lot milder. So a proposal that the NSA has to make an estimate of how many Americans are being swept into its database, shot down. A proposal that before, if they're doing foreign collection and they sweep up Americans and they want to search for a particular American, they need a search warrant for that, shot down. It's sort of troubling how little will there is.
Who's doing the shooting down? Like, who are these senators?
Everybody is.
Everybody.
It's not anybody in particular.
Bipartisanism is alive in Washington.
When it comes to stopping legislation.
Yes.
The problem is there isn't the political. I mean, if you think about who won, you got to go against the police. You're going to go against national security. You're going to go against corporate lobby. There's not a lot of power arrayed against these things, and that's why this is hard.
It's a giant issue. Well, it's time for me to start to bring the show to a wind down now. We will have an open Q&A afterwards. I hope you'll stick around for that. But now it's time for me to talk about what's next after what's next. And folks, it's simple. You face a difficult choice ahead. We have to decide what kind of society we want to live in this country. A society where we can expect a reasonable degree of privacy, or a society where transparency is forced upon us without any possibility of resisting it. That's a decision we're going to have to make. We do have the ability to hold our elected representatives accountable. We do have the ability to speak up and object when corporations impose some transparency or on forced surveillance upon us that we don't wish to have. And we have the ability to speak up. So it is forums like these that give us the opportunity to have